everybody. In the last video, we discussed about caregiving and the challenges that they face. We are living in a world where the COVID virus, the COVID pandemic has played havoc. And a lot of attention is being focused on the treatment and care of people who have been infected with the virus. And the way the frontline workers are risking their lives to take care of persons who have been infected with the virus is something that we have to appreciate and respect. However, there is another area that is very important. During this COVID season, a lot of people were restricted to their homes when there was lockdown. The greatest sufferers were people who needed medical help, especially help in the field of mental health. People had to refurbish their medication. They couldn't move from home. Caregivers were at a loss as to what they could do. This video specifically deals with the pain that caregivers suffer. Caregivers of people with mental illness, people with special needs, especially people with retardation. The caregivers of these people are a special category of caregivers. They are people who are related to them. They may be a spouse, a parent, a sibling, a child, or a friend who looks after these people, who are related to them, for whom they care for. The persons who they care for may be people with depression, schizophrenia, anxiety disorders. At the other end, there may be people who have developmental disorders like autism, or they may have chromosomal disorders like Down syndrome. And there are many other neurological conditions that could be equally debilitating. Each condition has its own unique characteristic and pattern. In this video, I hope to highlight the crisis faced by caregivers who look after people with mental illness. There may be times when a person with mental illness is lucid and okay, normal, and times when the situation may be so bad, so aggravated, that the caregiver would not know what to do. And this can be especially so if there are other comorbid conditions, personality disorders, and the parameters keep on changing. Just think of a caregiver who has to repeatedly take the relative to the hospital, who has to repeatedly stay at the hospital. So many things are disturbed. The energy depletion, the financial constraints, all these things. A person with depression has certain kinds of symptoms. A person with psychotic depressions has a different area of symptoms in addition to what is seen for a person with depression. A person with paranoid schizophrenia could be in a situation where the caregiver would face trauma every moment. I've had a patient who was looked after by his wife. She couldn't move out of the house without him suspecting her of having an affair with somebody. She would be subjected to the most degrading kind of investigations to find out if she has done something or had a relationship with somebody. The other area that persons with mental illness have is the ideation, the suicidal ideation, the threat of suicide. And these are real. It is not something that they just speak about. They do it. And caregivers have to be on their toes, alert to the danger that the person may commit suicide. All these realities are there. And the caregiver is faced with a situation where he or she cannot approach an institution unless they have enough money to pay the institution to look after their relative. Institutions generally try to avoid taking persons with serious conditions. And if they do, they need to be paid well, which a lot of people cannot afford. We need to understand these constraints. Apart from these, the constraints of social stigma. The financial difficulties are already there. The social stigma that the caregiver faces. The fact that the caregiver feels guilty that he or she is not doing enough for the person. All of these things add together to create a crisis for the caregiver. The caregiver has to model his or her life based on the needs of the person for whom he or she cares. The social life, their religious life, everything has to be patterned on the needs of this person. All of this creates a level of anxiety, fear, uncertainty, especially about the future of this person, as to who will look after the person after the caregiver passes away. There can be times when the caregiver becomes angry, frustrated, exhausted, sad, and totally helpless. Nobody would be there to empathize with her or him. I want to tell the caregivers, let your helplessness not bring you down. Your anger, even in your helplessness, even in your frustration, sorrow, and loneliness, God honors you. Keep your spirits high. You are an honored person. You are honored by God. Your anxiety and fear, God knows. In the next few videos, I'd like to strategize on how caregivers could be helped. Society has to remember that caregivers are a weak link, but a link that requires strengthening. They are not weak people, they are a weak link. They need strengthening, empowerment, enablement, and respect. I hope this video will encourage you to think differently. And I believe God is with you all, caregivers, as you go through your pain and suffering. God bless you.